Hello baby gangs, this is Calvin, also known as Wormer, and this is my first ever playthrough of Genshin Impact, and I am absolutely... I just want to start this video by saying I'm blown away by the response to the video of us fighting against the Raiden Shogun and Signora. Some very funny comments, of course. You know, I think one of the funniest parts of it was me saying, "Oh, I don't think they're gonna kill Signora," and everyone being like, "Oh no." And I just think I saw from this perspective. I was just like, oh, there's no way they're gonna kill her off, right? Because you don't really expect it all the way. Because people have passed away in this game, but we haven't seen one of the Fatui members die right in front of our eyes yet. In terms of the main ones, at least. Let's go into also cute here for a second. Today we're going to be doing Kokomi's Story Quest, but first I wanted to see something, and I'm gonna be, as I always try to be, very respectful with this. This is something that I've genuinely amazed that they put this in the game, and I haven't actually seen it myself, so. We all know that, oh, there's a white cat here. Could this be, you know, maybe people believe that, there has been, animals, that sometimes spirits live on in animals. Could this be the spirit that lives on in Kazuha's friend? Because over here, do they have it? Oh my lord, they did. They added the vision to it. That is so cool. That is so cool. All I want to think about is how actually sad this is for Kazuha. The thunder incinerates body and bone, and nourishing in the earth made they both find rest. Yeah, that's beautiful what they did here. And what's so beautiful about this whole story, and what's so sad and heartbreaking as well about this entire story with Kazuha, is that Kazuha is a character, to me, is a reminder of the very human aspect of Genshin. Right? Isn't that right? Look at this with his blade. We'll move him here just for not getting hurt. To me, it's a reminder of that every single cool thing in this game, all the cool stuff we see, all the cool flashy moves and the cool, music and all this beautiful music that does convey so many emotions. Also in this game, there are real characters who are being hurt, who their lives are changing. Who are rebelling, who are fighting for something they believe in, and Kazuha definitely is one of those perfect examples of that. And I can't wait to talk to him more. Such a beautiful thing that they added this to the game. Absolutely gorgeous. And look, he's staring at the cat as he's walking by as well. It has to be. It has to be, because look at this cat. It's not even moving, you can't interact with it. 100% it has to be. Very beautiful. I actually haven't seen the discussion yet on the episode where we did the Raiden Shogun story, but I know it's going to have some heavier discussion. For me personally, how I've always felt about it, as I've said, I think, I can totally get how it feels like a contradictory statement where I say I treat the characters like real people, but also it's and I think what happens is that some, to me it's not a nuanced thing, but it's okay, I can respect the story, respect the characters, respect how beautiful all these characters are, treat them as real people, and treat them as people I would want to interact with and discuss about. But also at the same time, I think it's 100% okay as well to be oh, this character is really freaking cool, or the move that this character does is really, really cool. Because what you have is we're gonna interact with many more characters who do really cool stuff. When I interacted with and here's the thing, I want to say I don't think it's probably fair to say Tartaglia is a bad person, because I don't think he is.
Let's light it up.
But I'm trying to use an example of Tartaglia just as he did something that you could see as bad, even though he was manipulated. But for me as well, when I used him, I was like, oh, this is really cool. Then you learn his story, and it's also really cool as well. I think there's a difference between me excusing what people do and me then trying to find an understanding of who they are as a person. And I think that's what's so cool about Genshin, is that they never leave a character, you know, to an isolation that is almost worse than death itself. And that is an isolation known as, you know, defeat and then never talk to again. I'm glad that we get to talk to the bad guys in this game. And I think it's, you know, there's this thing where it's like, I'll never, you know, we can say like, oh, well, Calvin would never forgive something that they said there. But I think at the same time, it's like, it's not my place to forgive for Kazuha. It's not my place to forgive for the people of this island either. We're in a different position.
Kokomi said to meet her.
Yep.
Do you still remember this place? Paimon remembers we came by here last time we visited.
Paimon's so
Watatsumi
precious.
Island.
So precious.
That was back when you did your stint as captain of Swordfish too.
Yeah.
Paimon's curious whether the resistance troops still remember you.
I would hope so.
Things on the island must have changed a lot since then. Oh, shall we take a look around?
So I'm guessing like the context of this. Now I'm just doing all the story quests kind of like in order of when they are like listed. So like, you know, maybe
if the enemy
Goro
outnumbers you, seek their weakness and exploit it. If you outnumber the enemy, seek unequivocal domination and crush them.
Okay. Who said this?
Marauders on the waterfront are supplied by sea. Burning their ships is the path to success.
Yes, yes.
General Goro, sir, do you have a verdict?
What's interesting is like, you know, Goro, like, as we said, he's a sweet character. He has a really, really interesting design. But what you've seen right there, like in terms of like what he's strategizing, that's a real strategy. And it's a horrific strategy, but it's when it comes to war, you know, destroying someone's ships is the best way to make sure that they don't make it to your island.
More or less. From the directives left behind by Her Excellency, we can surmise that a Fatui ship is moored nearby. This explains their aggressive posture.
I think, you know what's so funny? I think it's like things change, you know, throughout your life. I was never really like a massive fan of the idea of like, when I was a kid, I was like, I like my characters to be kind of like really, really as cool as possible. Then I met a character like Kamari in Final Fantasy X, who was like, just, he's a straight up animal. He's an animal. And then it's like, oh man, no, this is actually really cool. And like, I started being more interested in like interesting designs like this.
We could split into two teams. One to draw their attention, and the other to circle around behind enemy lines and set fire to their ship. They'd have nowhere to run. Then again, Madame Kokomi made clear that we are not to split up without sufficient forces. We'd risk being picked off one by one until our whole line of defense disintegrated.
I didn't notice he has like a little tiny hawk in the middle of his hair. It's actually kind of nice.
Sir, shall I send for reinforcements?
I doubt there's time. Based on their movements, they'd likely be gone before our troops arrived. Her Excellency's directives also stipulate that we should wait in ambush and avoid making the first move.
I love this song.
Since we lack sufficient troops, I don't think we can afford to engage the enemy at this time.
Sir, we're just gonna stand by and watch them leave? Surely there must be another way.
Take off that fake mustache.
Her Excellency's directives also state help may arrive when all seems lost. As for where this help is supposed
Oh my
to
god,
come
are we gonna
from,
show up now?
Hey! What are you guys up to?
Right on cue, huh? Right on cue.
Captain, you've returned to Watatsumi Island.
Here to lend a hand.
That's great. Her Excellency's directives are as reliable as ever. You've arrived just in time.
Can I say as well, I know this might be like, people might be like, Calvin, you kind of, you know, because I think before people like made the joke, and it's actually a very funny joke about talking about how I like talk about the like characters' shoes maybe too much. But like also like there's something really cool about the bandage going like halfway up the midriff, right? Like there's I know what it is. It's like it's a real like I think every single design choice they make is to make things aesthetically pleasing or like at least, you know, interesting.
Recently, the remnants of the Fatui forces have been unusually active. We've been monitoring their movements, waiting in ambush here. Unfortunately, we don't have the manpower to split into two teams. Can we ask you to keep them occupied?
Sure.
Hard to say no when it's the Fatui. Whatever they're planning, we won't let them get away with it.
The way she says Fatui as well.
Good. There's not a moment to lose. We'll go behind enemy lines and sabotage their ship. Let's meet back here afterward. Watch yourselves. We'll be back shortly.
Seems like the resistance still remembers us. Come on, let's help them get this situation under control.
I think Paimon, like the way Paimon says Fatui always sounds like she's like spitting. You know, Fatui, you know? Like she never says it in a way that's like not that she has to say it in a way that's pleasant, you know?
Frozen.
Wings of darkness. Come, sever night.
Yeah, I still find like these enemies are probably like the most interesting characters to fight in the game. Just because like I feel like every single member of the Fatui that we fight in this game has like a different thing about them. You know what I mean? Like when you're fighting hilly churls, it's like, oh well, like everyone kind of has like a similar thing about them that you can like kind of like pinpoint and fight. With the Fatui, they all have different shields, different elements you need to use to fight them. They all have different like vibes sometimes. They all have different weapons. You know what I mean? Like, and actually, it's kind of nice so that. At first, it was like one of the most frustrating things I've ever experienced in the game, just because I was like, how do I do this? But now it's kind of interesting, you know?
Rain outlines your face.
And he's almost dead anyway, so we can just use Kazuha to do this.
One with nature.
Or we could use Fischl with a bow. Get the bow. Come here now. Yeah, like they're again. When I first fought these guys, you guys probably remember it was. Oh God, there's more. I hate this. I'm leaving them. I want my mother. I think. Oh God. I think everyone should come here for a second. Just come here for a second. That was I think a horrible use of Kazuha's like big boy move. Would you say? I think so anyway. I think it was not a good use of his big boy move. Mostly just because I feel like we could have like added more elements to that. There was an element of like when we do this, we have to remember to like, you know, get some elemental damage out to like do as much as we can. Have some fun with it. You know, have some fun with it is probably the best way to look at it. Oh, I lost my shield. Now you lost this. Now you did this. Let's take a picture together. Why are you taking pictures of me? You know I'm self-conscious. Oh, I actually feel bad now. You know I don't. You know my girlfriend doesn't like me taking pictures with other girls. Don't worry, Fischl's not your type, and you're not Fischl's type. This is so cool. Look at this. Is that burnt grass? Is what it would be after what we did.
Have you here. We'd have no way to prevent their escape without you.
Thank you, Goro.
What's that you're holding? Is it the directives from Kokomi? Let Paimon see. Oh, wow. This is a whole book. Is it all Kokomi's directives?
Yeah. Well, no, not all of them. I have 5 more volumes with me.
Are you serious?
Her Excellency always plans for every scenario. Plus, these are her general operational directives, which are more
So she has like
comprehensive
different.
than most.
So she's like almost like choose your own adventure style.
Still, we're fortunate to have them. They make sure we're prepared for every eventuality, no matter how complex.
Oh, understanding every eventuality sounds tiring enough, let alone writing them all down. Must have taken Kokomi a heck of a long time.
Captain, are you back
Captain.
on Tatsumi Island to lead Swordfish 2 again? We've all been feeling your absence.
Oh my God, that's so sweet. Okay, yeah, I'll
Her
stay forever.
Excellency says that now
No
is
problem.
a time of peace, and that we should reduce the size of the military and focus on helping the civilian population.
That's
return to
not a bad
normal.
idea. That is not a bad idea, especially since like there's no threat from the Shogun right now.
About half of us are still organized into task forces, supporting the platoons. The other half have been given various other functions like patrol, instruction, and farming. Of course, not everyone's happy about it. The other day, an old buddy of mine was grumbling about being forced to build houses. Said they'd have to drag him away from the front line, kicking and screaming.
So there is kind of this feeling amongst the army where it's like, well, this is all I know. You know what I mean? Like now, you know, I always discuss this with my friends how like I never understand how anyone can go to war, not because because we can talk about like the morality of it, but more just because like, how do you find the energy? How would you find the energy to get up at like 5 a.m. to fight some battles?
The spirit of the resistance is alive and well, huh? Anyway, we're here because Kokomi invited us to the victory feast. Do you know where we can find her, Goro?
I believe Her Excellency is currently at Boro Village.
Okay.
There were reports of a possible disturbance over there. If I'm not mistaken, Her Excellency has gone to deal with it in person.
And that joke about me being like being too lazy to do that. Obviously, I would consider myself like a pretty productive person, but also at the same time, it's like there's a difference between being productive when you have to get up to do your job normally, and like then the thought of getting up at 5 a.m. to like do drills. Big difference, I think.
We should probably get going ourselves. And also, on your way over, please check in on the soldiers.
Sure thing.
I'm sensing a growing unease among them.
Oh.
But I don't know what's causing it. They won't say.
This is literally what I meant when I said like, you know, like that nothing is left to the wayside. Like, and here's the thing, there's something to be said about over explaining things, but I think this is the difference between over explaining and having time for your world and your characters. I think there's a big difference, you know what I mean? Because like I think over explaining would be him coming up to us right now and like telling us exactly what's wrong, but instead letting us experience this. Go talk to the soldier yourself, figure it out for yourself. You know, I think it's actually very interesting. I love it. I love how they do this.
Tell me all their concerns, but whatever this is, they're keeping it hidden. I don't like it one bit. I suspect there's trouble afoot.
Sure, I'll see what I can do. Hand over the heart.
Sounds good. Paimon was just thinking it'd be good to see everyone again.
And heartbreaking without
Right
Tepe.
you are.
Yeah, you know what I mean? It's a bit different without Tepe, but here we go. So here we go. We're going to do the story quest for Kokomi. Right now. Yeah, so, but by the way, so someone was saying, I think we're going to have to, like, get into it, and I think we might try get into it maybe, like, I'm going to figure out exactly how to do it. There's a world quest to do with the cooking that apparently leads to an actual, or, sorry, not a world quest. There's a commission that leads to a world quest that's actually pretty sick.
Into the wind.
And I think it's the one that the last time I was literally like, oh, I'm not a big fan of it. And I think the whole point of that world quest I missed completely, which, you know, you miss some sometimes. That happens. You know, I'm a big culprit of missing things. But like the answer to it is actually like pretty simple. You just have to find, oh my god, like we're right here as well. Whew. There's another world quest you guys wanted me to do here as well. Apparently, like, there's a lady here we have to talk to. There's also the world quest we got to. Like, guys, we're not leaving Inazuma yet. Someone also informed me before we do as well. Someone also informed me that, wait. Oh, because we can unlock these. Someone also informed me. Kazuha has a story quest too. That's going to be so sad. Someone also informed me that this story quest here takes place after in Sumeru. I'm up for it. I'm up for it. You know, we're up for everything.
Wait, aren't you Captain of Swordfish too?
Yeah, it's me.
Oh, it is you! Oh, you have our gratitude. Watatsumi Island wouldn't have come to peace without your efforts. I wasn't with Swordfish too, but I did see you in Tatarasuna. Oh, you really gave it to those shogunate samurai in the fight of honor. Oh, it was quite the show. Is there anything you need from me?
Hand on the hips.
I'm at your service.
I heard people have been on edges. I love this story so far. I know it's only started, but I love the idea of hearing from the soldiers, like from this side as well after what happened. I hope we get to hear from some maybe like soldiers that work for the shogun as well.
On edge, you say? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've noticed it too. In fairness, the battle isn't long over, and, well, perhaps it isn't quite over for them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Every single person looked death in the face that day.
That's
not an
very reasonable.
You forget in a hurry.
Yep, 100%.
Victory's declared, and all of a sudden, the fighting's over. But people can't just snap back into normal life again. I think things will improve, but it's gonna take some time.
So reasonable.
I don't know what else it could be, but what I do know is that as long as Her Excellency is with us, Watatsumi Island is safe. And all the more so now that you're back. Seriously, if there's ever anything you need, just say the word.
Thank you so much.
What a nice guy. Let's go ask some other
Are they setting us up to have a really nice guy here for the next guy to be like, everything sucks? Let's go talk to Arasawa. Oh, he likes it. He's like, yeah, let's go. Let's go.
The dream.
Don't I know you?
So you see, like, you still have your rations, you still have your provisions, and you get to, like, just stand here, man. What a job.
I've definitely seen you somewhere before. Can't place you, but I'm Guessing you're not with the Shogun's army. So, do you need something?
I hear people are feeling unsettled at the moment.
Unsettled? Unsettled how? I haven't noticed anything. Not that I would, necessarily. I keep to myself, mostly. They're all too rowdy for me. We're at peace now, finally, and I, for one, intend to make the most of it.
Nice.
My life right now is about two things and two things only. The sun and the sea breeze.
Go for it, man. You've all earned it. Go for it.
Sorry that I can't be more help to you. I'll tell you someone you could ask, though. Sangonomiya. She knows everything.
Sangonomiya, let's go.
Huh. Seems he's about to fall asleep. Let's leave him to rest and go find someone else to ask.
So the theme so far right away is like, first of all, the first soldier we talk to. Yeah, we have Kokomi, we're fine. And then over here we have Sangonomiya, we're fine. You know what I mean? Like, I think that's actually like a big theme of this so far. It's super interesting that we get to talk to these characters, though. I like it.
Ugh, I don't understand what her excellency
Here we go.
is thinking.
Here we go. Okay,
I mean,
something different.
Peace talks? Give me a break. Why would she agree to that?
I mean, it's to stop people from dying.
Exactly. Everyone knows you can't trust the Tenryou
Fair.
Commission. I heard they've been secretly coordinating with the Fatui and plan to continue their attacks.
Again, like, I'm coming from the perspective where I'm like, I don't want people to die because I've seen everything on the inside. These people have been fighting for a long time. And I come along and, like, all of a sudden there's peace. Like, again, it is like this thing where, like, it's hard to trust that aspect of it, especially when you've seen your comrades die.
Wait, for real? You're sure of this?
Nah, it's not happening, bro. It's not happening. Trust me. It's not happening.
Some of our guys had a run-in with a few Fatui. They caught them conspiring together firsthand.
I knew it. The Tenryou Commission are a bunch of crooks. They'll never change. Honestly, it's kind of naive for Her Excellency to take them at their word, isn't it?
Shh, keep your voice down. Someone's coming.
I'm not gonna rat. I'm not gonna narc. You can complain about your balls if you want.
Captain, you're back.
I'm here to join you at the Victory Feast. What's new? Anything to report?
Do you think we should tell the captain about what we were discussing just now?
I mean, we're not gonna narc.
No, let's not mention it. He's one of her closest advisors. For all we know, the peace talks could have been his idea.
We're known as one of her closest advisors.
I'm sure the captain would see where we're coming from.
Yeah.
But you're right. We should probably play it
100%. I think it's 100% fair after having such a long time of fighting to not trust the fact that like the Tenryou Commission, which hasn't been dissolved yet, by the way, the same leaders of the Tenryou Commission at this very moment in our gameplay at least. It's 100% rational to think, could they be still conspiring? 100%.
Welcome back to Watatsumi Island, Captain. Nothing to report here. Everything is A-okay.
You sure?
Her Excellency should be in the village at present. Head straight over if you wish, Captain.
Paimon definitely detected some hush-hush going
Yeah.
on there. But if they aren't gonna talk, we might as well head over to the village.
Yeah, 100%. And like again, if they don't feel comfortable talking to me, that's fine. I can totally understand from their perspective why it's like, oh, I don't want to talk to this dude. Look, they're gonna kill this guy because he is best friends with Kokomi.
We know you've been secretly supplying
no.
the Tenryou Commission with
It's
goods
definitely
purchased
they're
on
paranoid.
Watatsumi
It's not a
Island.
paranoia.
I knew something was off about a Tenryou Commission merchant doing business here. So, what do you have to say for yourself, huh?
Really, you think he's a spy in his little mustache?
I'm innocent.
Case closed.
Ha! You're as guilty as they come. You never should have been allowed to set foot on this island, let alone do business here. Take him away.
Hold on, are we?
Wait!
There she is, the bubblegum-haired princess herself.
Kokomi! There you are! Something's going down over here! You should take a look, pronto!
Your Excellency, this merchant is suspected of criminal activity, so we seized him for questioning. Our surveillance shows that in his whole time here, he has made numerous purchases, but no sales. And yet he has no stock in his possession. We believe it's highly probable that he has been supplying the Tenryou Commission behind the scenes.
I haven't.
So, you guys can maybe answer this. Have the visions been returned to people, or is that possible? If I don't, like, again, I know maybe that's a stupid question, and I'm going to sound dumb here, but, like, because I look at their side belts, and the visions aren't there. So I wonder if it's not possible to get their visions back, because that makes things a lot sadder. By the way, Kokomi serving with the outfit, incredible.
That'll do. Let's not let ourselves get too worked up here, shall we? Everyone take a deep breath with me. In and out. Matsuda, Uchimura, I understand that you're concerned for the safety of Watatsumi Island. But before we make any decisions over whether this merchant is guilty or not, we must give him the chance to explain himself.
I think what you need to explain is how you're able to walk through all this dirt and keep your clothes so clean. Honestly, I need to know your secret.
If he's guilty,
Impressive.
of course, there will be consequences. But if he's innocent, he doesn't deserve to be falsely accused. This is Watatsumi Island. We deal in facts, not opinions.
Her voice is so sweet. I love the voice acting as well. It's so nice.
Excuse me, sir. As you know, my subordinates have some concerns surrounding your commercial activity here. Perhaps you could explain your side of the story to help me reach a verdict.
He's like, well, I'm a 10-year-old commission Fatui member.
Of course, I can explain everything. I'm a trader on the island, so naturally I built up some inventory. I was trying to hold
so he's
off
gouging.
on selling until the prices went up.
He's
but then
gouging.
But then I was robbed by the Fatui. They took everything. Now you think about that. First
You
I
think
lose all
about
my
it.
inventory, then I get treated like a criminal.
Okay.
And why should we believe you?
We ran into some Fatui on the way here, hand on the heart.
So what? That doesn't prove they took his goods.
Okay, then prove that they didn't take the goods. Prove as well that he's supplying stuff to the Tenryou Commission then.
And even if they did, it'll still end up in the Tenryou Commission's hands. They're in this together.
What? The Tenryou Commission are colluding with the Fatui now?
Oh, he's releasing information. Yeah, this is not well. This is probably not well known, right?
I suppose it is true. What's that got to do with me?
What, the Tenryou Commission start colluding with the Fatui after the fighting's already finished? Seems unlikely to Paimon. We met a representative of the Kujo clan recently. It doesn't seem like he'd have the time to be colluding right now.
And the way we see it, I don't think that anyone who was in that room that day that fought with the Raiden Shogun is ever going to go against her again. If the Raiden Shogun got her glaive and knocked me on my butt 22 times with it, like if she asked me to dip a chocolate biscuit in a cup of tea and feed it to her, you know what I mean? It's getting done. You know what I mean? There's no hesitation after that happens to me.
But on the way over here, we accidentally on purpose overheard some soldiers mention the exact same thing.
So we're narking.
Kokomi, do you know anything about it?
It has been brought to my attention, yes. We are scheduled to begin peace talks with the Tenryou
Oh, it's so
Commission
interesting.
soon. The Kamisato clan has arranged for them to take place in a neutral
This
location.
is so interesting.
Kujo-Sara and I will be accompanied by our guards. We will use the
I love
talks
this.
to
I love
discuss
this.
future plans in detail. But just as arrangements for the peace talks began to fall into place, I started hearing rumors of collusion between the Kujo clan and the Fatui.
So there is some murmurs.
Allegedly, if that's the case, then the peace talks are likely a trap.
Would Sarah do this though?
Even the Kamisato clan could be involved.
But I guess Sarah doesn't have to be involved for this, you know, Itachi, because Sarah wouldn't do this. We know Sarah wouldn't do this. So,
Sir, are you quite certain that your goods were stolen by the Fatui?
Yes, it's the truth. I swear. They stole my goods and then they ran off that way. I bet that's where that hideout is.
Very well. The potential ramifications of this incident are serious.
Yeah.
We will retrieve your goods, and if everything is in order, it will prove your innocence.
Heck yeah.
However, if we find evidence to corroborate the claims of collusion between the Fatui and the Tenryou Commission, I expect you to fully comply with our investigation. Do we
Yes, of course.
I'm going to keep my finger off the X button, guys. It just
Thank
literally
you,
will
Your
like tap
Excellency.
sometimes just because, but yeah, apologies for that. That happens to me way too often to not, you know, get better at that.
Matsuda? Uchimura?
Uchimura is a
Well
beautiful
received,
name, by the
Your
way.
Excellency.
Good. Now, Traveler, Captain of Swordfish Platoon Section 2.
Almost too friendly,
The
yeah?
investigation?
One, ma'am, yes, ma'am.
Hattie, soldier. For the time being,
Hattie,
at
soldier is
least,
the softest
we
I've
are
ever
in
heard in my life.
peacetime.
Hattie, soldier.
Besides, I'm sure you won't be on Watatsumi Island forever. Whatever titles we may have, we're friends first and foremost.
Me looking at the two soldiers. Yes. Awesome.
If we do find the merchant's goods in the hands of the Fatui, it'll prove he's innocent. Whatever's going on between the Fatui and the Tenryou Commission, we need to get to the bottom of it.
Man, like, I love the idea of negotiations. To me, like, one of the coolest scenes you can ever have in any wartime story is when, like, the two sides come together and have, like, a talk or a negotiation or a conversation. Like, you know, when I think of that, I think of, like, you know, the negotiation with Robb Stark in Game of Thrones, or even, like, the negotiations in, like, games like Skyrim and things like that to, like, uphold, like, peace for a while, you know what I mean? It's, like... Or, like, even, like, you know, any like, I think it happens, like, in most medieval stories, like, apart from maybe, like, Lord of the Rings, because, like, the Uruk-hai aren't gonna have a little negotiation with you. But, man, like, I love that idea. I love that idea. I really do love that idea. Let's claim these as well now. Oh, we increased our BP level, and that means we get some fragile resin, which we have a lot of. What was I gonna do there? Oh, yeah, I want to make sure we have got a few level up books. So I haven't gotten the chance to level up Sayu more than she is, but we can level her up now. +5. Yeah. So, like I said, just before we go any further, the plan is to level up, obviously, Kazuha to level 80, then Fischl's going to be the first level 90, but then we have all these characters still, you know, at level, you know, again to level 80, you to get to level 80 as well. To get all of them to at least level 80. When we get to a place where we can level this boy up, he's going to be a level 80, and he's going to be used constantly. He will be one of our mains. He'll be a main in the same way that Eula or Xiao or Kazuha is. He'll be a main like that. Sayu is also going to be one of those... Sorry, Sayu. Nahida's going to get leveled up too. And this is, by the way, I'm going to level up so many characters, but these are the priority ones now. These are the priority characters as of now. So, like, Nahida is going to get leveled up when we get there. I think it's Sumeru. Barbara, I think once I level up the other characters, we're going to have so much time to level her up.
My big sister.
She's so sweet. Gamin is another character I want to level at some point, but then these are, like, not going to happen right away. Obviously, when we get to Fontaine. I want to level up Mona just because her moveset's so cool, so I'll hopefully get around to that as well. Let's see who else. In terms of, and look at this as priority, Kuki, I definitely want to try and level up. She looks really freaking cool, and like as an electric character. When we get to Sumeru, for sure. When we get to Sumeru, when we get to Fontaine, he is next after we level up Sayu. Toma is next. Xiangling kind of at some point as well. I think I want to level up too. And of course Linny as well, and Lynette when we get to Fontaine as well is another example of character. Yeah, there's so many characters we definitely want to level up.
Time to act.
And I haven't gotten to do it over the past few days just because, like, you know, Shin Megami Tensei 5 Vengeance came out, I'll be honest, and I was also playing, like, some AEW Fight Forever. You know what I mean? Like once I finish recordings and finish editings, like, and some days I get to it, some days I don't. Like, say I was 3 days out of the 4 this week, I did the... I did level up my characters, you know? I think I also, like, you know, I said in the other video, I don't want to, like, ever get burnt out. So if there's days where I'm like, oh, I don't really feel like leveling up a character today, I just don't do it. I don't force myself to do it because I feel like that's the worst thing you could do. I understand that we are AR-50. Oh, I forgot crevices, man. Crevices. Doesn't work. Look at this little chasm way here. It's really cool. This little alleyway. If you are thinking again, Shin Megami Tensei 5 Vengeance, it's out on every single system imaginable now, apart from maybe like your Neo Geo. It's a really good game. The remastered version is fantastic. Like, one of the things I would just say is hair physics, man. Hair physics are great. And also, there's a Let's Play list in the description below. If you want to check that out too, you can also see all the Let's Plays.
This must be the Fatui camp that the merchant was talking about. From the looks of it, it used to be a Hilichurl camp. Who knows why the Fatui occupied it?
Mm-hmm. Looks pretty heavily guarded. How are we supposed to get in?
More there. Why? What else?
Not by brute force, that's for sure.
Okay, I guess I was wrong.
That's not a problem. The terrain here gives us an advantage, and we haven't given away our position so far.
Okay.
Our enemy is in the light, while we are in the shadows. Strategically, we have the upper hand.
And what does the Grand Strategist have in mind? You know Kokomi would literally be playing Fire Emblem for her whole life.
I think we have 3 options available.
Kokomi would be that really sweet person who, like, under every Fire Emblem video a Let's Player does, like, gives the exact way you could everyone survives without taking any damage, like, with a list, you know?
Option 1. Take the king, and it's checkmate.
Heck yeah.
The Fatui's presence in Inazuma is weak at present. Nothing more than a few scattered remnants. If we strike from above and take down their leader first, the rest of them will be hard-pressed to put up a serious fight. Option 2. Hit them where it hurts. Over there, for example. A store of gunpowder kegs. If we manage to discreetly set the gunpowder alight without alerting them, it would deal them a devastating blow. They'd be caught completely off guard. Both their morale and fighting capacity would be severely impaired. Option 3. Use the environment against them. We're close to the sea here, so the air is very humid.
Yeah.
I can gather the water vapor, you add a touch of lightning, and together we can shock them into
I like that option.
submission.
I like that option.
Wow, that's our grand strategist. It's a lot to think about, though. Which option should we choose?
Lament.
That will depend on our assessment of our own abilities. A surprise attack from the air is the quickest solution, but requires superior combat skills. With an explosion, we could rapidly reduce their numbers without a protracted battle. But absolute stealth would be required during the operation, or we'd risk exposing ourselves.
And also, I have in my estimation, unless it's hilly turtles, the barrels will never wipe out numbers. They'll damage them a little bit.
If we decide to take advantage of the environment, we should be prepared for a lengthy siege.
I like to spark things up a little.
So, which is your preferred option? All right. We'll draw them out first to minimize damage to the camp itself.
It's really cool to having her, like, discuss this in front of us, though.
I haven't had much chance to fight alongside you in the past. I'm not sure I'll be able to keep up with your pace.
Are you kidding me? Whatever your pace you want, we'll keep with that, okay,
Still,
Kokomi?
Not to worry. Even if I can't claim to be a warrior myself, I'm no stranger to the battlefield. This fight should be well within my capabilities.
So sweet.
Okay, let's clear
Sweetheart.
out the camp and find out what they've been up to.
Absolute sweetheart. Okay. Wait, what are we doing? Defeat the two. Oh, you just have to defeat them. Okay. Oh, wait, we're playing as Kokomi! So... Last time I had there was so much text, and like I'll totally admit that with the boss battle, I was kind of like, I just want to kind of move. I think, we'll probably read the talents now and see what we can do with her, because they don't seem as crazy. So with this, it's like charge attack, a certain amount of stamina delay, we higher damage, okay. So this is summons Bake Kuragi, created from water that can heal her allies. It's a healer, oh my god, deals hydro damage to surrounding opponents at night. Oh, that's really cool. That's really cool. Nereid's Ascension. Talent level 3, it's only a level... Oh, yeah, okay. So plus 3, it summons the Might of Watsui, dealing hydro damage. So that's so cool, it summons the might of the entire island before robbing Kokomi in a ceremonial garment made from the flowing waters of Sangomnia. Charge attack and the Bakikuri damage are increased based on her max HP. When her normal and charge attack hits opponents, Kokomi will restore HP of all nearby party members. The amount restored is based on her max HP. Increase... Okay. Okay, that's fine. So it's a charge attack about damage increase based on max HP. Okay, so the max HP changes everything. Yeah, okay. That's cool. So it's she's a good healer. She's a good healer. Man, the fact... Okay, let's just go around and do something. What do we do? No, guys, I'm doing stuff. Let's actually go and play let's go and do some exploration. Let's do some commissions as Kokomi. Everyone gather around. I want to talk to you. Thank you.
Allow me.
Now you're wet.
Their movements have become rigid and sluggish. Dreaming will get to you.
And like it's still around there. It's such a cool thing. Like Oz and like the freaking the little what you call them? I was about to say swordfish. I'm an idiot. And what's her? Oh, she just like little. She moves like a mermaid almost. Look at that. Oh my god. I hope we get to use her more after this so I can test out her abilities a little bit. Because that is so cool. Sorry, I went too far into the water there.
Oz, reveal thyself.
Really, we want to get rid of this guy, don't we? They shouldn't let them fall in the water. It's one of those things where it's like, I could sit here and be like, man, like, this is so stupid. Like, why are they in the water? But like, I brought them into the water. I could have prevented them from being in the water. You know what I mean? It was an easily preventable thing that I didn't prevent.
You can't run.
So we also have to like hold this move. Look at that. Oh, look at that. Look at that. I love it. Again, I know like I'm like, you know, people probably see my, do I do, official, yeah. See, that's the thing I did too close to the bomb. Just dumb. I know people might like see my, that is so pretty. I know people might see the way I play, the game sometimes is like kind of like simplistic because like usually I'm like, oh, that move was so cool, and in reality though what I should be looking at actually is you know, what the move does and all this stuff. I understand but like I just like love like the look of a moveset. I love the look of a move. I love the feeling of a move, like how it makes me feel as I'm doing it, you know. That's the most important thing to me. That's always been the most important thing to me. Like for example, like whenever I play Dark Souls, like I come from the school of, where'd he go? I come from the school of epic name bro, you know what I mean? And so like when I used to play Dark Souls, it was always just, I still do play Dark Souls like sometimes. Like one of the things that like I would always do when I was playing Dark Souls would be like this thing of like oh, this weapon doesn't do that much damage, and this weapon isn't like the meta damage, right? But then it's like, oh, but it has a really cool moveset. Like I love the way it slashes, love the way it thrusts. That's what I always love about moves. Well, honestly, we didn't do that great of a job because we kept like, we didn't use the terrain to our advantage, Kokomi, so.
All thanks to your genius tactics.
Actually, even the best tactics live or die on the strength of those executing them. Winning a battle takes a concerted effort from everyone involved. Victory never belongs to a single person.
Now that you mention it, Paimon did make a pretty big contribution.
Yeah, she did always. No, I beg to differ.
Hey!
No, Paimon always contributes.
I wasn't expecting to find the Fatui laying low in a Hilichurl camp. Presumably, they've been operating out of here in secret for quite some time. What's their objective? Are the soldiers right? Could they really be in collusion with the Tenryou Commission?
I wonder, like, would they be that freaking brave to do it after getting their arse beat so badly?
Let's scour the camp for evidence. If the merchant's story is true, the inventory should be here.
All right.
Yeah, this is yeah. I like the way she thinks. Let's look for stuff in the immediate future. Oh, there's Kokomi again. Look at her. Kokomi, could I use you again just so I can like just check out your moveset? I should have checked it out.
Hey, look here. Could these belong to the merchant?
Music's fantastic too.
There's a lot of stuff. So these are the Fatui food supplies? They look a little past their best. Is this really all they had to eat?
We've had nothing but maggoty bread for 3 stinking days.
Yeah. This place is chock full of bomb-making
Well, we have some meat.
materials.
What about
This
them?
is way too dangerous. We should tell Kokomi right away.
Me doing the full Lord of the
and
Rings
figure
script.
out the best way to deal with it.
Sorry, Paimon. I shouldn't have been interrupting you there.
Kokomi! Kokomi! We found the merchant's stuff. Look.
I see.
What are you thinking?
Oh, nothing. I just zoned out for a moment.
Relatable queen.
Let's see here. Yes, these are the stolen goods, all right. Food, medicine, farming tools. All essential for post-war recovery. and he was probably stockpiling them until he could make a handsome profit. By contrast, it's doubtful that the Tenryou Commission has any need of these items, so the idea that he was supplying them doesn't make a lot of sense.
Yeah.
In all likelihood, he's just an opportunistic merchant.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. He's just like trying to take advantage of people in a different way.
Matsuda and Uchimura had imagined.
He's hardly a saint, though, right? How could he stockpile things that people are desperate for?
That's like, honestly, it's like such, like, it's still a tactic that happens today. Like, I literally went on, I was like, oh, I want to buy Shin Megami Tensei 4 for the 3DS, because I played Shin Megami Tensei 4 Apocalypse, but I haven't actually played Shin Megami Tensei 4. And I was like, I want to buy it. So I went on the freaking store to find it. It was like €140. What?
We're not just
because you can't get it digitally anymore.
And let him go, are we? It doesn't feel right.
The thing is, though, like, he hasn't done anything illegal, has he?
Don't worry. I had already foreseen this. In my recently issued post-war temporary decree, I included restrictions on the prices of essential everyday goods. These items will ultimately reach the people at a reasonable
That's
price.
how you do it. That's how you do it.
If he had taken the time to read the decree, it's unlikely he ever would have ended up in this predicament.
And the equivalent to this of the Shin Megami Tensei 5 thing being €140 would be Nintendo continuing to sell their games at a reasonable price forever. Because I will buy them. I will buy your 3DS games.
Kokomi, you think of everything.
She's very smart. She's very smart.
I wish that were true. Take this alleged collusion between the Tenryou Commission and the Fatui, for example. I'm still completely stumped. The low energy doesn't exactly help.
Huh? What do you mean by that?
Nothing. Come on, let's take the goods back. It's not long now until the victory feast. It'll be a race against the clock to get all of this resolved before it starts.
Got it! First we mend the peace, then we attend the feast!
Oh, go on, Paimon. Put it on a shirt. Someone put that on a shirt and I will buy it. I was actually thinking of, like, doing that, though. Maybe, like, designing merchandise for the channel. Like, not like, I understand. I would probably, like, try to, like, make it, like for me, it's like trying to find, like, the store that's, like, not only the best that ships internationally. I want to make sure, like, it's able to be, like, we're able to do it in a way that's, like, actually fair to you guys. Like, I don't like the idea of, like, selling. No, there's not anything wrong with it, but I feel like just because we're a Let's Play channel, I would really like to do, like, maybe, like, you know, a shirt that has, like, Meet My C on it from Sayu. Or, like, you know, some other, like, you know, when in doubt, lament, or something. Like, something silly like that. Like I really would like to do something like that eventually. Now, the only thing is, like, I've never done anything like that before, so I don't understand how it works. And obviously, it would just be for people that want it. It's not going to be, like, a thing where, like, you know, buy this shirt or I'm going to be very upset, you know? But I think probably the best way to do that is Teespring, right? I don't know if Teespring is around, because I think Teespring does it without actually having to worry, you know, without actually having to worry about, how do I say it? Like how to, because, like, the thing is, like, you know, I don't also, like, if it comes to a case where, like, you know, I'm paying for, like, a site to do this without actually making any profit off it, you know what I mean? Then it's like, then it defeats the purpose of me having even a Patreon then, because then it's like,
time to go.
You know, we're losing money at that stage. It'd just be a fun thing to do, but only if, like, it's only a thought. You know what I mean? And of course, there's always, like, a thing of, like, if you guys are interested in it, like, of course, the only one I can really think of that we could do, like that I'd love to do is, like, a Meet My Ski, and, like, just have no one else understand what it means, other than us. Oh, the only people who understand what the Meet My Ski thing is people who watch this channel.
Wings of darkness, come, sever.
I would probably, like, if I did do it, and again, this is something, like, guys, I literally have not even, like, how do I say, it hasn't even been on my brain for, like, the past, like, it just popped into my head again, because it's something we thought about at the start of the playthrough, where we're like, people were like, we should do a Meet My Ski thing, like, months ago. I would definitely draw it myself. I'd like to draw it myself. You know, because I feel like it's, you know, just doing a PNG on it wouldn't be that fun. I can't wait to attend this feast. And Paimon's so adorable, man. I hope they probably do already have a shirt like let's make the feast and attend the feast. Dude, that's a great saying.
Body and mind.
That's so good. Hey guys, I'm coming with some electricity here. What do you guys think? Oh, there's the traveler coming in again. Never coming in the right way. Let's see if we can drop right in between all the three of them. What you think?
My goods. You got them back.
Oh my goods.
Thank you, Your Excellency. And thank you, Captain. You see, I told you I was innocent.
I'm not so sure. You could have easily planned the whole thing with the Fatui in advance.
Based on the information we gathered from the Fatui camp, there's nothing to suggest he had any correspondence with them. Had it been the case, then knowing how the Fatui operates, they would have left some evidence of it.
But what if...
No ifs, no buts. We've recovered the goods. As agreed, this is sufficient to establish his innocence.
Apologies.
Guess we got carried away.
Man.
What did I tell you? You army numbskulls don't have a clue. All brawn and no brains coming to me with your crazy conspiracies. Lay off
Bro,
me next time,
the only
got it?
reason you were saved from these quote-unquote numbskulls is because Kokomi and me stepped in. If we weren't around here, I wouldn't be calling these guys numbskulls because, again, you might meet some soldiers who don't have a reasonable, like, way of, like, admitting they're wrong next time, and you're gonna get frickin' bonked.
Sir, I'm afraid you're getting ahead of yourself. You may be innocent of the accusations.
Oh, I didn't know
being
this. Okay, it
leveled
is a
at
crime. It is a crime.
Hoarding essential goods is a crime under the temporary decree.
And in fairness,
you must bear the consequences.
Can I say as well, the way I didn't see it as that. I thought he was like just getting items so that like he could sell them at a higher price. That's my bad. Like, I do think the people who like say like I remember when the pandemic happened and everyone was buying up soap and selling it off and so no one could have soap unless they were literally charging, like some people places were charging $20 for hand sanitizer. I can totally get how that should be criminal. You know what I mean? Sorry, yeah. So sorry if I made a silly comment there. I thought it was just like he was buying up stuff and then they're gonna sell it back later on. But I guess that is. But I think he was hoarding everything. You know?
You have already admitted to being the owner of these goods, so we are obliged to respond with appropriate measures. In addition to enforcing the sale of these goods at the accepted rates, there will also be a
His
fine,
face.
the amount of which.
Wait, Your Excellency, whose side are you on here?
There's no sides. She's on the side of the people, man.
I have no business taking sides. As the divine priestess of
There we
Watatsumi
go.
Island, I abide by the principle of clear and consistent rewards and punishments. Just as merit must be recognized, mistakes must be penalized. You may have been proven innocent of the more serious allegations leveled at you, but this does not exempt you from bearing the consequences of your mistakes.
Wait a minute.
Well, don't just stand there. Take him away. Time to pay up.
Jesus Christ.
Your Excellency, he says all the goods belong to him, but it doesn't add up.
Huh?
Those of a Tenryo Commission emblem are probably his, but not the rest. Especially these ones.
Oh, so he's trying
They're
to claim
clearly
even the items that
Shriners.
aren't his.
It seems the Fatui simply dumped all their stolen goods in one place. Leave the shrine paraphernalia to me. As for the rest, I'll leave you to sift through
smiling in
and
the
try to
background.
track down the owners. I know, that's a lot to ask.
Not at all, Your Excellency. We're on it. But if I may, Your Excellency, maybe there were no signs of collusion in this case, but our people know what they saw. Something is going on between the Tenryo Commission and the Fatui.
I mean, here's the thing. If enough people are saying it, enough people are worried about it, it's worth investigating at least to prove that it's not true or true. You know what I mean? I feel like that's fair, right? Especially if your people are feeling unrest.
I know the peace talks are coming up, so please keep an open mind.
Fair enough. I think it's
I
fair.
understand your concern. I'll be sure to give it further consideration. I'm going to take these items back to the Sangonomiya Shrine. Why don't you come along for the walk?
Man, like, first of all, I love how sweet she is, and I love how smart she is.
Watatsumi Island observes different customs than the rest of Inazuma. I imagine it must all seem a little alien to you.
Okay. But top 10 things to hear in your life when someone that like you actually like think is a good person and you like hanging out with goes, do you want to go for a walk? It's like such a dopamine, man. Like, yeah, let's go for a walk. Like, have you ever been like at a party and like someone goes like, hey, do you want to go out for a chat? And you're like, yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. Oh my God. Now, I was always the person at the party that people would chat to in terms of like, sorry, just so it doesn't sound like I'm acting arrogant here. They'd always chat to me. I mean, I'm talking about like the drunk people would like tell their life story to you, like put the arm around their your shoulder and be like, let me tell you this. And you're like, yep, yeah, of course, you know, because they're not going to remember the conversation tomorrow, you know. But I'd always try to listen anyway, even if it was sometimes rambly and crazy.
I'll take you to visit Watatsumi Island's old shrine.
Because they do say a drunk heart is a sober mind, even though I don't drink anymore, so.
You know, the earliest shrine on Watatsumi Island was not located in Sangonomiya.
Yeah? And I don't know what it says, again, I'm not trying to say anything about me, I'm just saying, like, that's what would happen. I don't know what that says about me, that people would be like, hey, put my arm around you, and you're the person I'm talking to for the next 20 minutes.
It was close to the Statue of the Seven. Back then, the people of this island recognized the shogun's existence, despite not venerating her as the shogunate do. But after she struck down our protector deity, the shrine was abandoned. Relations between Watatsumi Island and the shogunate have soured ever since. Mistrust has become deep-rooted over time. I've been hoping to raise all this at the peace talks and discuss it properly. Grievances have to be let go eventually.
See, that's the thing. When it comes to peace talks, you have to put, like, there's so many things you'd want to have happen, right? But there's so many things you have to put behind yourself as well.
Your Excellency, what brings you out this way on your busy schedule? Oh my, you're looking a little worse for wear.
Wait, what?
You need to take better care of yourself,
you serious?
Okay?
Thanks
Oh, there's a picture thing here. I didn't even notice.
But I'm fine.
Your Excellency, I beg you, heed a word of advice. After all this time fighting the Shogun's army, peace is not something that can simply be declared.
This is also true. And again, coming at it from the perspective of again, I know I keep bringing up like the rebellion that happened in my country, but I do know that after like independence, quote unquote, was given, it started a civil war because a lot of people disagreed with the quote unquote peace that was signed. You know what I mean? And it created another, like, it went on from 1920 to 1994. Like, it was like, it didn't stop. Like, we got our independence, and then the civil war started, and then, they called it the Troubles, quote unquote. So yeah, you can't just simply go, everyone be at peace, and then have everyone forget about the years of fighting. It just doesn't work like that.
If we reconcile with them, the god who once protected us will have died in vain.
It's tough, isn't it? It's tough because obviously we need peace, but also, like, you kind of understand where these people are coming from as well.
Come on, that's ancient history. Besides, the fighting is barely over. We should be grateful to be at peace once more.
I know, it's just... We should remain strong in these
I think it's fair, but it's hard. It's difficult from the perspective of Kokomi.
Be too ready to compromise.
Because she's trying to prevent any fighting from happening again.
I appreciate your concerns. I will consider the options carefully and be sure to proceed appropriately.
I love this. I love how in this beautiful game that, has so many beautiful golden comedic moments, has some of the most serious moments as well.
Wonderful. We're all counting on you, Your Excellency.
Oh, Your Excellency? Well, I'll be... fancy meeting you at a place like this. Do you know, my daughter's enrolled herself in the Shrine Maiden selection process this year. If she makes it into Sangonomiya, I'll
Really
be
great design in this character too.
very happy mother.
Her like
For a kind and gracious leader, she'd be in very good hands.
her lipstick goes really well with her hair and her eyeshadow, I think. Yeah, no, the like this is a character that's like really like gobsmacked at the idea of like even meeting this person because they see her such a kind person.
Telling my daughter that if she gets the chance to learn from Her Excellency directly, she must make the most of it.
I think this is what's this saying? I know I keep saying because there's so much to talk about here, and I love this. What the reason this character is here and going like, hey, like you know, anyone can learn from you, and this is the same reason that Paimon goes like, hey, you should definitely like, you know, you're really smart and all this, and they keep calling her smart. And there's other characters saying like, don't cave into compromise too easily. Is they're trying to like put that weight on her shoulders where it's like everyone believes I am amazing and I'm smart and I'm really good at like strategy. I have to make sure I don't let them down in this negotiation.
I mean, just look at Her Excellency.
There is
still so young, but so mature and intelligent. My daughter has always looked to you as a role model.
Well, if she comes to Sangonomiya, I'll look out for
Heck yeah.
her.
Your Excellency. Boy, am I glad you're here. As you know, agricultural output has taken a pretty big hit this year. Let me bring you up to speed on the latest situation.
Oh, Your Excellency, isn't this the captain of Swordfish too? Will he
wow,
be based
they
on
adore this
Watatsumi
woman.
Island from now
They
on?
adore her.
Your Excellency!
Oh my god.
Please, remain calm, everyone.
And this is what the woman was saying. You need to take a rest at some point.
Though, for the longer ones, I'd prefer it if you could write a report and submit it to the shrine. Then I can respond to each one as and when I have the time. Are you all right?
I'm fine. I don't want to say it's testing my patience because I feel like what we're saying then is kind of like, you know, oh, this is annoying us, when like really it's like it's her that's, you know, we should hear what she has to say. Although I never noticed the purple and the blue on her outfit either. The little dots.
This kind of thing is water off a duck's back for you.
Well, I'd hope that it becomes that for you too.
Your Excellency, here you are. There's been a situation. We're still waiting on the delivery of a whole batch of ceremonial items. I'm beginning to worry that they've been stolen.
Oh, we retrieved those already. No need to worry.
Really? That's fantastic. You never cease to amaze us, Your Excellency. I sorted through all the petitions received recently and placed them on your desk. Also, according to the
Cool shot.
schedule, you're just in time for your meeting today on the development of the textiles
That's a
industry.
lot.
That's today.
We could cancel those because there's negotiations coming up, right? We can cancel those.
Yes, the two young ladies have arrived.
Oh, they've
safely.
arrived.
They're just waiting for you.
It's not the same as modern times where like you can just get the bus back, you know?
I see.
That's okay. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
I was hoping to take a walk around the island with you, but it looks like we'll have to save that for some other time.
Do not worry about it, okay? You worry about the stuff you need to do.
Let's rendezvous tomorrow at the entrance to Sangonomiya Shrine. And then we'll go and make preparations for the victory feast.
Yay! The victory feast!
Paimon's very looking forward to it.
Clear? We're talking lots of delicious food, right?
That's the name of the game. There'll be some Watatsumi Island specialties, which I'm sure you'll enjoy.
Nice.
Great! See you tomorrow then!
So we have to wait until 10 the next day? Okay. Man, this place is so beautiful. Again, we're doing more world quests as we're going through, and there's been one world quest that people have said they're really interested in. I don't know where you find it though. I think it might be there's one world quest there. I don't know if that's the world quest people are talking about. Look how beautiful this shrine is. Oh, maybe this is it right here.
Time to go.
I think this might be the one people are talking about. Yeah, we won't get activated now because we're doing this. But I actually feel like in terms of like pacing, I feel like one of the reasons why like the pacing I think for me is going a lot better now is, you know, a lot of people give reasons, like, you know, I saw my patrons give a few reasons too. But one of the best reasons that like I gave forward that I thought was a really good reason why we oh, thank you. That we went so forward with this, that we're getting so that the pacing is getting way better for us in terms of like getting through things, not quicker, not quicker, but like more succinctly. I think is probably the best word for it. Like more with more efficiency might be the word for it. I think the answer is, you know, when we were in Liyue and when we were in Mondstadt, we were still learning so much, and we're still learning. We're still learning. But now I feel like we're at a stage where like it's not as much learning and it's much more experiencing. If that makes sense. We still learn a lot, but it's more about like the experience of what we're learning as well, you know? So 10 o'clock the next day, right? Does this count as the next day? Here? Yeah. I think... Oh, no. Maybe that's too far? I think it's too far. Let's go to 10 o'clock the next day. We're just standing here for the whole day. Oh, we're literally here. I just came here just for the appearance of it, but you know, oh, it's so pretty.
Huh. Kokomi is
Oh no, did something happen?
That's weird. She doesn't seem like the type to show up late to things. Let's wait a little longer.
I wonder what's happened to her.
How is she still not here? Do you think she could be?
I think that's like either that or she like passed out somewhere.
Ask that soldier over there.
Don't ask me. I don't know. We didn't ask you anything yet.
Are you looking for Her Excellency? I'm afraid she isn't here at the moment. I don't know where she's gone.
So strange. Guess we should just call it a rain check then?
Not necessarily. If I recall correctly, Her Excellency has made special provisions for such a scenario in her general operational directives. Let me see. Yes, number 98. Should a visitor from afar come to see me, and should my whereabouts be unknown, direct them to proceed southward until they arrive at a tree with purple foliage.
Okay.
The footnote stipulates that this only applies when Her Excellency has made no communication regarding her whereabouts before disappearing. And even then, only when the visitor in question is of VIP status. As far as I'm concerned, you two tick all of the boxes. I keep this directive on me at all times. I'm sure this is the right course of action.
Kokomi really does think of everything. All right, let's find the place she wrote about and have a look.
So that tree over there? Man, I love Kazuha so much. Such a savior. Yeah, okay, let's go. Let's go. Man, it's so pretty. This would actually scare me though, in a way, if this was real life. Like walking on a giant like what would you call these things? Like shells? Or like corals? That actually be kind of terrifying. I hope she's okay. I love that she prepares for everything, even like this type of event.
Are you sure this is the right place? It feels like we keep heading deeper into the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, possibly. Investigate?
Hey, doesn't that tree look like the one she described in the directive?
Maybe?
It looks like there's a way in over there.
Oh.
Let's take a look.
Wait, she's just doing work? This is her office? This is really cute. It's a really cute place.
Kokomi! So this is where you ran off to. We were
Just
gonna meet
wrecked.
up and get things ready for the victory feast today. What happened?
It's you. I apologize. I'm not feeling my usual self today.
You got sick? We'll go find a doctor right
Oh,
away.
yeah, of course Paimon's concerned.
No. It's nothing.
I mean, you've been
like
working so
that.
hard. And everything has to be stressful, too.
My...
I clicked it by accident again.
energy?
I can't believe I did it.
You mean
Hands off.
you're like a ruin guard?
No, she's not.
No, it's just a figure of speech.
Everyone's asking so much of you.
I'm ashamed to admit it, but I can't always be the infinitely capable
not.
person I present myself as.
We'll say I could send things we're getting to you.
You noticed? I guess I haven't quite mastered the ability to hide how I'm feeling. I'll keep working at it. To be honest, I'm not really cut out to be a leader. At first, my dream was to read up on military strategy and perhaps become an advisor.
Right.
Constantly communicating with people, trying to retain their morale, having to read between the lines, making sure everyone gets the recognition they deserve. It's such hard work. You're somehow supposed to make people feel wonderful, just from being in your presence, while also commanding their respect.
Yeah.
It doesn't come naturally to me. And truth be told, it's something I never wanted for myself.
That's also a difficult position to be in where you have to be like super sweet, but also make sure people respect you at all times.
But because of my bloodline, I was always going to end up being the divine priestess, sooner or later. Like it or not, it's just the way it is.
So there's not really like a choice in this for her. So she like she became the best she could be, but
So whenever I feel overwhelmed,
yeah.
I come here to just lose myself in a book
Heck
and
yeah.
relax for a while.
Yeah, you find time for yourself.
Don't worry, it doesn't affect my work. I handed over preparations for the victory feast to someone else. I have
You
to
better
make a
still attend
speech
it, yeah.
tonight, and I mustn't give the troops any reason to suspect that something could be wrong. This peace was hard won, and I want them to feel at ease.
And is it funny, like in the opposite side of things, when the Raiden Shogun wouldn't show herself, everyone else was feeling really like an unease in the city, and now on this side of things, people would feel unease if she didn't do it as well, if she didn't show her face.
We can do to help?
Yeah, anything.
I should be feeling energized again soon if I hold off on work for a little longer. If
What?
only there was some way I could listen to a good read on military strategy. I'm sure that'd speed up the process.
Sure.
I was reading a book last time I was here, but I only got about halfway through. Oh,
We can find
where
it.
did I put it?
We'll find it
Yeah,
for
we'll
you,
definitely find it for you.
and then we'll read it out to you to help you
Paimon reading her bedtime. Of course, that's bedtime story time.
Do that for me? Thank you.
Again, I love how we always just see different sides of these
I'm
characters.
really lucky you came back to Watatsumi Island.
We're lucky we met you. Yeah, because they're always so mythical, and then like when you actually meet them, then they're like the sweetest sweethearts whoever sweeted. Oh, there's a chest here. Did I unlock a chest? What? Wait, okay. We don't want to go down here just in case, because it seems like it's far down. Did I unlock a chest somewhere and I missed it? Hold on a second. Let's go get the chest. Where is it? Oh. I don't remember. Did we do this puzzle by accident maybe? We could have.
Who says there aren't benefits to a life of one?
I don't remember doing that puzzle. But like I will accept that I did the puzzle somehow. And we'll take the chest. But now I think we actually have once again, and like I think it's incredible that by the way that like commissions get done like this. Like absolutely incredible. Is it down below or is it up? It's up above. Is the purple tree?
The wind knows me.
Yeah, no, like I'm having like a really interesting time with Inazuma. I think one of the things, you know, like that there's, and I think it's important to have this type of discussion all the time, You know, there's a discussion about the pacing of the Archon quest. For me, I loved it. I not necessarily like, you know, oh, I love the pacing is so sick. It was more just like, I think the way I played it, I did a lot of the world quests in between the Archon quest, so like it really felt like all the world quests were part of the Archon quest as well. Like, because to me, like the way Shuji's involved in this, the way you talk to not just Shuji, like I feel like every single world quest that we got involved in,
Time to go.
whether it be about the soldier who forgot his name on the battlefield, Shuji who who lost his mother during the Civil War. You know, we had we're not finished it because we still have to do more of it. Xavier with the
Time to go.
the freaking thing. You know what you called it? I forgot what you called it. The Mikage furnace and all this stuff with the Fatui getting involved with this as well. So you can like see the Fatui are getting closer and closer to this land as well. Sorry about that. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, no, yeah, like Shuji, the freaking soldier forgot his name. Even like again, one of the most important ones with the Hanashiri Sato. Like, there's so many important world quests that really made this like so much fun. Okay, let's collect this book now. And read this book to poor Kokomi.
Look at all these petitions.
A lot, is there? There's a lot?
So does Kokomi make time to deal with these even when she's resting?
It's not good, like, because she should be resting. Like, rest is so important.
Sangonomiya Events Cash Flow Statement. Consolidated Annual Report on Fishing Production. Watatsumi Island Monthly Maintenance Expenses Breakdown? This is a lot of work for one person, and it's on top of all the directives she has to write and the people she has to meet day to day. It's no wonder she gets burnt out from time to time. Let's track down that book and help her feel like herself again.
There it is. Okay. I was like, well, why can't I see it?
Hey, look! Could this be the book she wanted?
Today I spent the entire afternoon arguing with the representatives from the Merchant Association. Energy -4. Many times things must have been settled. I need to ensure that they allow the goods to flow smoothly, but I must make sure that their money is made through legal means. Today I finished a day's worth of work, energy -3. I'll have to write up another batch of directives tonight. Hopefully this won't go on too late. I still need to perform an inspection tomorrow. The wind is very strong outside, energy -2. It seems like it will rain soon. I can only hope that the waves aren't rough and those who go fishing out there can return safely, so think about everyone else. News of the peace talks reaches today, energy +2, and in the end of this war surely makes everyone on Watsumi Island happy, won't it? Today we received the word that the Tenure Commission might be colluding with the Fatui, energy -5. Even I'm struggling to understand what's going on, so this is like really got to her. Swordfish Captain 2 came back to say energy +4. We tactfully agreed not to speak of Tepe, and no one spoke with those who sacrificed life during the war. Okay, this piece was far too... Thank you. That leaves any, like, because there's probably people going like, Tepe's not mentioned ever again. I think it's like a thing where it's like, look, we're close to peace talks. Let's try not to remember the people that are fallen until we have this peace talks. Lots of people spoke to me today, energy -3. Looking at their earnest faces, I can't help but think back to the time I took up the most divine priestess. I have really lived up to expectations all these years.
Swordfish Captain came back today. Energy +4.
Hearing Paimon say this makes it even sweeter. Oh no.
That's just,
We saw nothing.
Give it here.
We didn't say anything.
Guess that was the wrong one. Let's keep looking.
I mean, like, can I say Aether, like, has a really strong presence in this world, because I feel like he is well liked because he has given so much help to other people, and he reciprocates the help that is given to him to other people too.
It's gotta be this one, right? Look, there's even a bookmark. None of the other books have one, so she must have finished reading those already. Ooh, it's pretty dense. Paimon doesn't understand a thing. Well, let's take it over and read it to her.
There we go. We're actually going to read something to Kokomi. I have no problem doing it if she needs it.
Kokomi, is this the book you wanted?
I'm not sure, actually. Could you read a bit out loud?
Act the planned situation. Attack when the enemy is weak. Yeah, this we'll do it with this one. Oh.
That's the one. Thank you. Kokomi? Kokomi! Oh no! She's fallen asleep! What are we gonna do? Tonight's the victory feast. Not to mention that the peace talks are just around the corner. She's got so much to do.
Yeah, let's let her rest a while. Let her rest a while.
You sure that's a good idea?
Or will she be upset with us?
She does look pretty exhausted. Guess there's still some time to go too. Alright, let's keep her company while she rests. Avoid disaster.
Oh.
Protect peace at all costs.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
The war's over. Things are slowly getting better.
Oh, Kokomi.
Did you see?
Is she okay? I mean, just talking her to sleep. Like, Jesus Christ. Like, we all do it sometimes.
What time is it? Did I fall asleep? Yep, you've been out for ages. It's nearly time for the feast. I can't.
It's okay.
It got
It's
so
okay. Just enjoy the
late.
feast. Worry about everything later.
I haven't slept that peacefully in
Only
so
3?
long. That's gotta be 3 whole energy points right there. Should be enough to see.
You know what's funny
through
then?
the peace
We're
talks.
basically like a good night's sleep then. That's what we can call ourselves.
Thank you. Well, we better get ourselves over there. It's nearly time to light the bonfire. Woohoo! Kokomi's back to full energy! Good to have you back.
Really sweet. Just an absolute sweetheart. And we love to have her around. So we're just gonna go to the victory feast. I swear to God, if any freaking Fatui mess this up, we're going to kill them. We're gonna kill them kill style. Not the usual like, oh, let's disappear for a bit. We will find them and stop them from disappearing. Before they disappear, we're gonna grab their wrist, twist it. Give them the old wrist twist. Oh, look at this. Goro better be here. Where's Goro? He's probably working, is he? This is nice. Bonfires are lovely. I guess more like a...
It looks like everything's in place for the feast. But I still need to give a quick speech before the festivities begin.
You can do it.
Oh, how much energy will that take? Do you think you've got enough? Don't worry, I've got plenty.
Oh, everything's just so sweet about her.
More quickly than usual. That's great! We'll be rooting for you.
Yeah, big time rooting for Kokomi. Like her a lot.
Welcome, everyone. Today is the day that we celebrate our victory.
This is so important for all the years of like I guess all the suffering that they've gone through. Like I wish Shuji could be here. You know what I mean?
Recently, our war with the Shogun's army came to an end, and we finally saw the abolition of the Vision Hunt Decree. None of us can know what the Inazuma of the future will look like. But tomorrow, I meet with the Tenryou Commission for Peace Talks. I give you my word that I will strive for peace for Watatsumi Island once and for all. Thank you all for your valiant efforts throughout.
Yeah. This is so good. Well done.
It is only through those efforts that we have been able to prevail in this trying war.
It's the common people that usually make the biggest difference.
This feast is held in honor of each and every one of you gathered here today. I hope all of you get to relax and enjoy our hard-won victory.
The thing is about this story quest, and I felt the same way with the Raiden Shogun story quest as well. This feels like it's part of the Archon quest. Like this is so important to hear like this for the rebellion as well. Like I think it's so important.
Tonight seems to have gone off without a hitch. I'm so glad it's all going smoothly.
Can you get that crab from me over there?
People tend to be more open when they're in a good mood. Could I ask you to go around and see what information you can gather?
Heck yeah.
I still
100%
have
for you,
Further
yes.
leads regarding the issue of potential collusion between the Tenryou Commission and the Fatui. And I'm concerned that something might happen at tomorrow's peace talks.
Okay, sure. We'll go ask around.
So do we just talk to normal people? Talk to the nearby... Oh, here, okay. Here, okay.
Watatsumi Island is finally at peace, and it's all thanks to Her Excellency, Sangonomiya.
What's new? Anything to report?
Recently, let me think. Well, the biggest thing for us is that we can finally get back out on the ocean to fish. During the hostilities, the open sea was full of warships. We just had to make do with what little fish and shrimp we could get our hands on closer to shore. When the catch wasn't good, we'd all go hungry. The poor kids were crying all day and night, but there was just nothing I could do. We'd go to bed ravenous and be tossing and turning all night long, trying to keep it together until the morning.
So this is, again, we're going to see how important this is to people.
Things are finally improving now. I hear you're captain of Swordfish too, is that right? Well, thank you.
Let me
for
pay.
your service.
Let me pay
Here,
for it.
Have a fish.
I feel so bad
It's
whenever they give me stuff for free.
So
I guess it's a party, isn't it?
No. We couldn't possibly.
Ah, come on, take it. Without you,
Aw,
we'd probably
that's
still
so-
be going to bed hungry tonight. Her Excellency always teaches us to repay kindness.
They respect
with
her so
gratitude.
much, and rightly so.
Okay, well, thanks. Come on, let's go talk to some others.
So we literally have a story about people going to bed hungry during this rebellion.
Hey there. Care for some fruit and vegetables? Nature's remedy when you overdo the barbecue.
So true, man. Like, I feel so good if you ever eat like a big beef burger and you feel like, oh, I feel too much there. Like, vegetables and fruit always make me feel fresh as a daisy.
Are you referring to the thing about the Tenryou Commission and the Fatui? I've heard rumors, but nothing too detailed. It's funny you should say that the soldiers seem excitable, though. I've had the same feeling. See that guy over there?
Yeah, he's been doing that for a while.
He's been acting strange these days, always shouting and waving his spear around when he's got nothing to do. He scared the heck out of me a few times.
We'll execute him. No.
It's a miracle the fighting has finally come to an end. I really hope we don't go making any more trouble for ourselves. Sorry, I'm afraid I don't have much information. If you still have questions, you may as well go and talk to him.
So yeah, this is interesting because like
Promising. Let's go see what that guy
we have like some people who are like, I'm just so glad this is over. Some people are like, we need to be stronger in the sense. Some people are like just not used to not being able to like fight for a while. Is our character even dying right now? Oh, they very much are. Wait, did we put? Oh. It was Matsuda. It was Matsuda who did it. It wasn't me. It wasn't me.
Adventure time.
It wasn't me who did it. Okay, 1 second. I feel bad. Let's go.
Here we go.
This guy smells of booze.
The way she said, I love her accent so much.
Huh? Wait, don't tell me. Captain of Swordfish 2, right? You actually came back. I thought you'd abandoned the platoon and made a run for it.
Aw. So like like again, this is such a sweet mission as well because like, we're learning that like people cared about us so much as well, you know?
Nuh-uh. We would never run from a fight.
No, never.
Is that so? All anyone talks about these days is peace and stability. Do you remember what the most important thing is to the Resistance?
A warrior's will?
You got that right. So I'm gonna put you to the test. Time to see if you truly are a bona fide Resistance warrior. I'll answer your questions, but only if you can beat me in a
Let's go, bro. Let's go.
Ugh, this guy. We could kill him to just have a normal conversation.
Probably I'm getting the ick.
What do you think? Are we gonna do this?
I guess, yeah, we're hardly gonna lose.
We'll see about that.
Who are we fighting as? Us or someone else? Oh, us. Okay. Level 90. Okay.
Lightning flash!
I forget that. Yeah, we get to hear from one of the best voice actors in the history of the business, you know?
You're a strong fighter. No wonder Her Excellency chose you.
Dude, it's also a case of like, you're probably tired and you've been drinking as well. And then you fought us. Is that a cut on our arm or is that a shadow?
You really do have a warrior's will.
Did you cut our little arms?
Then maybe you can understand us. Captain, comrade, will you join us?
Yeah, I'd like to know what I need to join you in.
We made it up. The story about the Tenryou Commission.
Oh, no. That's not a good idea, guys.
It didn't happen.
That's not a good idea.
Poor Kokomi's been worried sick. You're telling us you made the whole thing up?
Yeah, it's not good. Not good.
What the heck were you thinking? This could send you right back into war with the Tenryou
Especially when she's working so hard for peace talks.
Yes, that's exactly what we're hoping to achieve. Peace talks? Everyone's been drawn in by the idea. That's why the future of Watatsumi Island is at stake.
Are they worried that parts of their island are going to get taken away from them?
What's to stop the Tenryou Commission from stabbing us in the back? And what's to stop the Raiden Shogun from issuing another vision
years
hunt
of
decree?
oppression, of course they're going to feel this way. Like, you can totally understand that. Again, calling back to, like, the rebellion of my country, I know I keep calling back to it sometimes, but one of the things that happened was when they went for the peace negotiations, they basically told the people that went for the peace negotiations, hey, we're going to keep 6 of the counties, 6 of the states, basically, if you're in America, of your country. And the people who were like negotiating were like, we kind of want all of our country back as one republic. And they didn't say it outright, but they basically told the people that traveled all the way to England to negotiate this, okay, cool, but don't expect to, you know, it'd be very dangerous, a very dangerous trip back home. Which you guys know what that means. That means, like, don't expect to, like, you know, for this to go well. You know what I mean? So there is this, like, feeling from, like, if I understand from this guy's perspective, where it's like, well, what's going to stop them in the negotiations from being like, okay, let's just stab you in the back right now. We got more forces. We still have more power. Like, the Raiden Shogun is still a powerful lady. Like, what's to stop them? I can totally understand their perspective.
We are the resistance. Everything hinges on our warrior's will. We can't trust the Tenryou Commission or the Raiden Shogun, but we can put faith in ourselves.
What about faith in Kokomi?
Surely you agree with that.
His point does kinda make sense, but something about it doesn't feel right to Paimon.
What it boils down to is you just want to fight. I don't know, maybe it is. I could be wrong. Maybe it is, but I do think that, like, they have, like, a real fear of, like, this person took away our visions for years. We've been oppressed for years. We've had to hide away for years. We've had to fight for years. What's to stop this from happening again?
Yeah, everything you said just
you know?
now was pure speculation, wasn't
And I understand there's probably a side of them as well that's like, oh, like, well, we've been, like, what do we do now after all the fighting's over, you know?
Are you seriously willing to make up a wild rumor and ruin the peace everyone?
That's not right. Yeah, that is not right.
All because of some imaginary situation that may not even happen?
Especially since we know now that Kokomi would listen to your fears. Talk to her about it. Like, she's investigating this right now, or wants to investigate this right now because she's listened to your guys' fears.
Don't take that tone with me, acting like you're above all of this. What would you understand? For the sake of victory, we embodied the warrior's will to the fullest. You understand? We were all in. Now they're suddenly trying to tell us that none of it matters anymore?
See, that's the perspective he's getting. He's getting the idea that, like, hey, we were told that fighting is everything, and now we're, like, told that, like, it's not important, that we shouldn't fight anymore.
You'd have me just put down my weapon and start living like an ordinary person, but how can I? How can I when every time I close my eyes, I see the faces of the friends we lost in battle?
That's so true. That's so true.
Every time I see them there in my mind's eye, it reminds me that I can never forgive the Tenryou Commission and
I mean, it's
never
fair.
forgive the Vision Hunt decree.
It's so fair.
I guess you're not one of us. Well, whatever. Go ahead and tell Sangonomiya if you want, but you're too late to stop us now.
The thing is, like, this is a conflicting feeling. I know what the answer would be for me. Like, of course I would tell Kokomi, and of course I would stop these guys from doing anything too dangerous. But I feel like also, like, having a discussion about their actual fears and, like, even expressing that. And I feel like having us there in the negotiations would be a good idea. You know what I mean? I feel like having us there would be good because, like, we're like a neutral party who has been involved with both sides at this stage.
Too late? What do you mean? Darn. Doesn't seem like he's gonna answer that one. What are we gonna do? This is really serious.
I agree. We need to tell Kokomi.
Kokomi the full story right away.
You guys know I'm not usually a narc, but we have to tell Kokomi. We gotta tell Kokomi.
A few things. The whole thing about the Tenryu Commission colluding with the Fatui is baloney. They made it all up. They wanted the peace talks to break down so that they could carry on fighting the war. And they said it's too late to try and stop them, no matter what we do.
I see.
Are you feeling alright?
I'm fine. Don't worry. This is my fault. If only I'd perceived what they were feeling earlier, it never would have come to this. I think I understand what Kozen means when he says it's too late. The talks don't begin until tomorrow, but both sides have already sent their guards to the location. They are responsible for making sure the area is safe and secure. I highly suspect that one of Kozen's pro-war co-conspirators will have infiltrated the guards with an intent to reignite hostilities tomorrow during the negotiations.
Well, that's no good. Do you want us to head over there now and switch out the guards?
That won't work. Firstly, the act of bringing a new team of guards to a neutral negotiation site will put both sides on high alert.
Right.
It would almost certainly push the pro-war faction into taking action. They would attack the Tenryu Commission's guards, and we'd be in danger of war breaking out once again. Not to mention,
Great
we
shot.
have no idea how many of Watatsumi Island's soldiers are involved in this plot. If we change the guard in haste, we face the issue of not knowing who to trust.
Sounds like a really tricky situation. So is there really nothing we can do about it?
Don't let it worry you. What's done is done. Now it falls to me to devise a counter plan. These soldiers crossed the line, but the blame is not theirs alone. Whatever happens, I will find a way to ensure they do not come to harm. Let's meet here again tomorrow.
There we go. Just wait again. Like, what I love as well about the progression of days in this is also really, really freaking cool. Like, it's happening over the course of a few days, not just happening, randomly over the course of a day, or like, like they actually give some weight to it as well. I didn't know we could do this. That's pretty cool. Like, can't you, like, I feel like this is one of the toughest missions though, just in terms of like, you can totally understand everyone's frustrations. You know what I mean? You can totally understand everyone's frustrations. Jesus Christ, someone put out the fire. I was about to put out the fire there.
Well, the peace talks.
So we are in the peace talks. Okay, great.
How do you feel? Prepared?
I am
Here.
feeling things.
These are some directives I wrote last night. These negotiations are complex, to be sure, But I thought about it carefully and realized there are no more than 187 possible outcomes.
Jesus Christ, like... I feel like you should have helped Eren Yeager.
I took the liberty of writing them all down.
Things would have been different.
This way, you will be able to adapt with speed, no matter how the events play out.
Whoa, this is huge! Let's see. Fierce dispute, violent escalation, armed
Oh my
revolt,
God.
coordinated attack, seize hostages. Wow, there are so many! But you've thought of a solution to each one! Paimon suddenly feels a lot less nervous.
Glad to hear it. These peace talks are quite exceptional. It is a major step forward both for Watatsumi Island and the Shogunate. But any amount of dissatisfaction within our ranks weakens our negotiating position. We will have to work all the harder if we want these talks to be a success. As the Divine Priestess of Watatsumi Island, this responsibility is, of course, mine to shoulder. But would you be willing to lend me a hand?
I literally said that it was 100% makes sense for us to happen.
Excellent. Okay, time to head off.
Especially now since like Sarah knows that we're honest folk. You know what I mean? Like especially know that Sarah knows that we're honest folk. The Raiden Shogun is our, like, I know she didn't say it, but like I feel like we're pretty friendly with the Raiden Shogun. Oh god, jeez, this isn't. Oh, it is kind of neutral. It definitely is neutral land. It's so neutral actually. In the middle of Taratsuna for sure.
Time to act.
Who's that?
It's Bat Book Boy. He's coming in to save us all. He's coming to save the world. Bat Book Boy, he's here. Look at him dangle his legs, moving back and forth. He's gonna knee in the face.
One of my favorite Monty Python jokes, bicycle repairman. Look at the ships in the distance. I freaking love Inazuma. So the Order of the World. Oh, look at all. Oh my god, there's a table at all. The Order of the Worlds we're going to next. After we go to Inazuma, we're gonna go to Tamriel. Then we're gonna go to McDonald's. Then we're gonna go to your best friend's house. It's gonna be crazy. Man, look at this on each side as well. This is so sick. We dropped to the water as well. We're gonna go for a swim for a bit, calm down for a bit. Need to cool off.
Excuse me, we need to start the negotiations.
I'm swimming. I need to cool off right now. This is so sick. This is so sick. Sign it. Sign whatever it is.
Sarah. I believe the last time we met was on the battlefield.
Who would win? Oh yeah, we won.
Yes, where you dealt my forces quite the devastating blow.
So sick.
But before we go any further, what are you doing here?
Were you saying it like that? Every single time that I've come into your life, I've helped.
That's right.
Yeah.
He's here to bear witness
I'm
to
a
the
neutral
proceedings.
party who, yes, was on the side of the rebellion, so maybe not that neutral, but I am friends with the Raiden Shogun. To an extent.
He experienced the war between us firsthand and has made an enormous contribution towards securing the
I agree.
peace we have today. I couldn't think of a more suitable candidate.
There you go.
Seems reasonable.
Yeah.
Then let's get straight into
I knew
it.
Sarah would understand. If we were on the other side from this whole thing, Sarah would have done the same with
The
us.
first item is the Maritime Administration issue. During wartime, we restricted fishing rights for Watatsumi vessels in Narukami waters. We intend to remove these restrictions. But going forward, any of your vessels that fish in our waters will have to pay taxes in accordance with Narukami legislation in order to bring their catch back to Watatsumi.
I think that's fair.
That's fine.
Yeah.
But if they're paying taxes, they should also be entitled to protection
That's
from
fair.
the Tenryou Commission while in your waters. Any losses they sustain due to issues of public security will need to be compensated
I think this
by
is
the
fair.
Tenryou Commission.
Wow. Two fair, smart, beautiful ladies just having a conversation over a table. Who would have thought?
Accepted. Let's add that to the peace treaty.
I can assure you that your vessels will be quite safe in our hands.
Negotiations seem to be going pretty smoothly.
The next item has to do with the movement of people and military authority.
I think we should move them all.
In the past,
Wherever they're going, they can
our
go.
people have been subjected to lengthy interrogations on arrival in Watatsumi, and the same has been true for your people on arrival to Narukami. Economic cooperation between our islands has suffered greatly as a consequence.
Yeah.
Few merchants are now willing to engage in inter-island commerce. Since the war is now over, I propose that we have the Yashiro Commission appoint a business council to oversee trade between our two islands.
The problem there is that trade is a reciprocal affair.
Yep.
We'll need to involve merchants from both sides in this process
I agree.
if it is to succeed. We cannot give the Yashiro Commission
That was my
full
top.
authority.
That was my top. As much as I agreed with the Raiden Shogun's idea that we can't dissolve everything right away last time, I also not agreed, but I understood. I also agree that the Yashiro Commission cannot get full authority on this.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't Watatsumi Island facing severe shortages of many essential goods at the moment? Having the Yashiro Commission organize everything centrally would work in your
It's a
favor.
trust issue, though.
True, we're experiencing some shortages.
Look at the shop.
But we will recover in due course. Between the diverse range of goods we can produce ourselves and our strong trade links with other areas, we are capable of sourcing everything we need. Not to mention that your proposal would require separate talks with the Kamisato clan. If they've yet to sanction it, I believe you are going beyond the remit of the Tenryou Commission's authority.
Wow, my god.
Let's leave that aside for now, then. On to the military question. Watatsumi Island's forces will need to come back under the jurisdiction of the Tenryou Commission.
That... Brother, that don't work for me.
That just isn't feasible.
Yep. Doesn't
Not
work
in the
for me.
short term, at least.
With all due respect, feasibility doesn't come into it. The Tenryou Commission alone has ultimate responsibility for Inazuma's national security. We cannot allow Watatsumi Island to
there's
be
the
the
two
sole
guys.
exception to this rule indefinitely.
Here's the issue, Sarah, right? The issue is that we have a bunch of soldiers who cannot just join back in the ranks of your army, and also they cannot also just be like trained in. They can't also just be let go from our island as well after everything they've done too. This is such a big breach of trust.
You Kujo scum! Colluding with the Fatui isn't low enough for you already. You just want to take
Please,
everything
please,
away from
please,
us.
please.
Comrades,
No!
never trust the Kujo. Let's get them.
No!
Protect Madame Kujo.
That's so cool, Wonder. Throwing the book. This is such a cute cutscene. Oh, she's actually looking for it. Oh my god. It's such a beautiful animation. This is tense. This is you cannot do this though. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Sarah. She just that is
Which scenario number is this in the directives?
Kara just giving the look to her men to stand down just gave me chills, because that is like such like a that shows that she has a level head. That shows that she's smart.
The last one, but hold off for the moment. Stand down, Tadakatsu. The situation has changed. Please stand by for
And maybe
further
she's also
orders.
seen how they feel as well. I always get chills. I wish I could show you guys because it's hard to show on a picture. I think I need to start doing like face cam of some kind. You know what I mean? Because like it's all over my arm.
Rest assured, I am fully aware of
That
your
was beautiful.
concerns,
A beautiful
but I will
animated
deal with
cutscene
the
too.
Situation from here,
A super beautifully animated cutscene.
Madam Kujo. This is rather serious. I believe you owe Watatsumi Island an explanation.
Excuse me for a moment. Nobody makes another move until I have finished investigating.
What?
You two, here, now.
Oh, she's serious. Oh my god, and if they see Sarah right in front of them investigating if this is true. Oh yeah, the wink. Oh yes. Like that's so smart because Sarah's like, hey, I'm investigating it. If I find out this is true.
Speak. Collusion with the Fatui?
You know?
Is this true?
I wouldn't exactly call it collusion
Oh, God.
as such.
We were approached by a few Fatui. They mentioned a potential cooperation.
So on both
to
sides,
keep
there's
the
people
war
trying to keep
against
this thing going.
Watatsumi Island going. At the time, I felt like we could give it a try. After all, there'd be nothing to lose.
So the made-up rumor actually was true. This happens sometimes, doesn't it?
But we were extremely careful. We didn't agree to anything. We just said they could maybe start by heading to Watatsumi Island and stirring things up a little.
What?
Then we'd see how it went.
That is agreeing to something. Can you imagine if someone came to you and was like, hey, I want to kind of like start like a business or something, and they're like, yeah, don't start the business, but you know what you can do? Buy the building.
With respect, ma'am, there was no collusion. It was just a one-off conversation.
Oh my god, the rumor became true.
How anyone from Watatsumi Island even found out about it, I have no idea.
While it's not collusion, quote unquote, still though, to be like in that conversation, that's a betrayal of your leader to be like, yeah, go stir things up a little bit.
That's enough. When we
Yeah,
return, there will be
100%. I agree.
consequences.
I agree.
Might I remind you that this is the Fatui? Have you completely forgotten what they did to
Yeah,
us?
what they literally tried to take down Inazuma from the inside.
You should be having no interaction with them whatsoever, let alone entertaining offers of cooperation. So, what did they want out of it?
The Fatui's main forces have already left Inazuma. The few who approached us seemed like they wanted to settle a score for their boss.
Oh, her subordinates. So they're out for revenge. They want to keep Inazuma in a state of turmoil. One day, I will hunt them down.
So like, and then them
Every
seeing this
last
as well,
one.
them seeing the way Sarah has reacted to this. This is important.
We bear responsibility.
There we
for
go.
This
This is
issue.
so important.
My sincere apologies. I have my own
so
negligence
good.
to blame for this state of affairs. Please, grant us another chance to continue the peace.
It's so sick, but you do realize this gives us a bit of leverage here now, Sarah. You know what I mean?
But of course, Madame Kujo. I have every confidence in your ability to
So
resolve
sick.
the situation.
So sick.
For the time being, however, there is evidently some discord within the Tenryou Commission's ranks. I would therefore not feel comfortable releasing Watatsumi
Exactly.
Island's
Yeah.
forces into your command at this time.
It seems that I must.
Excuse me, sorry about that again.
I will lay this issue aside for now, but we shall revisit it as soon as the Tenryou Commission has resolved our internal
Not only
issues.
that, we'll revisit it, but then you have to show. I think there should be a breathing room time of like 5 years at least, because war takes a lot to like start up. There should be like a 5-year breathing room of where nothing happens. You know what I mean? Because like you can't just like this is a big thing, and people don't forget things in a few months.
As for the trade issues we raised, I will discuss options with the Yashiro Commission and make sure both sides have ample participation.
This was so
in the
masterfully
final
done.
arrangement.
Seems like Kujo-Sara's on the defensive now. These negotiations should be smooth sailing from here on out.
I mean, it just makes sense. Like 100%. This was so sick to see. So
I
sick.
never knew the grand strategist of Watatsumi Island was a skilled negotiator, as well as a formidable commander. I hope that when we meet again, we can continue these sit-down discussions. Settling our differences on the battlefield is rather taxing. I think we can leave things there for today. Once I
I
get
love
back,
this. I
will conduct
absolutely adore
a thorough
this.
investigation into the Tenryou
Yep.
Commission's internal issues.
Please do.
I should inform you that we took out a Fatui camp recently. I suspect that before long, they will attempt to re-establish contact with your people in the hope of procuring some assistance. I recommend you say and do nothing on the matter for the time being, lest you tip them off and they disappear. Wait for them to come to you. That way, you can capture them all in one fell swoop.
I will bear this in mind. Thank you. I shall take my leave now. Until we meet again.
Honestly, like that was one of my favorite scenes in the game.
Your Excellency, we...
Let's discuss it after we get back.
She was firm there. She was firm. Convinced the troops to get her with Kokomi. But she was very firm. We'll discuss this when we get back. She wasn't doing her usual like, hey, look, it's okay, everything's okay. She has to be firm. Like she said, she has to be that person that everyone loves. But also has to be the person that everyone respects as well. Here comes Batbug Boy coming in. Batbug Boy.
Your Excellency, you knew?
I have already been informed on the reasons for your actions. You believe the Tenryou Commission to be untrustworthy and sought to sabotage the peace talks and reignite the war. Fortunately, The end result exposed and thwarted a secret Tenryou Commission plot. Yet, this was
Yeah, we didn't even know this was going to be a thing. I
the
think
end certainly did not justify your means.
from Kokomi's perspective, I think she saw this as like, okay, worst case scenario, Sarah finds out there's no plot, but we see her taking this seriously. Best case scenario, there is a plot, and now we have leverage in the negotiations.
But Your Excellency, so many comrades have sacrificed themselves in the line of duty. If we stop now, aren't all of our efforts going to waste? I want to keep fighting. I want ultimate victory, even if it means I have to pay the ultimate price.
I understand your sentiments, but you cannot simply impose your will and expect others to bear the consequences. During the war, there were highs and there were lows, and in the end, there was a glorious victory. For you, perhaps the experience was one of great excitement.
For others, it wasn't.
But you saw nothing of the countless others who will remember the war quite differently. Most people suffered terribly through each day.
Yeah.
Watatsumi Island's people yearn for peace because they have long since given all they had to the war effort. They are tired of treading water and don't need you dragging them back underneath once again.
Such a good way of putting it.
But...
I understand, I do. And the fault is not yours alone. It was largely an oversight on my part. I taught you to nurture a warrior's will, but never how to let it go.
Great line. Fantastic writing.
It's not your fault, Your Excellency. It was ours. Our selfishness. Either way, we are ready to accept sentencing under martial law.
Very well. Then I hereby declare...
Oh god. She's not going to give it to anything too severe at all. Look at the smiles.
That as of today, I am founding a new secret corps of the army.
Oh.
This division will be responsible for keeping Watatsumi Island safe and secure, neutralizing any and all threats to the peace of our island. You and your comrades will all be welcome to join, but be warned, the training will be grueling. Perseverance and grit will be in high demand.
Your Excellency, what are you saying?
I have concluded from today's peace talks that the Kujo clan cannot achieve absolute peace and stability in the near future. Many seek peace, but there are still those who pursue war. It is right that Watatsumi Island moves towards peace, but we must still retain a defensive capacity. Those whose warrior's will is alive and well, I invite you to embark on the most challenging training regimen of your lives. I don't want to hear from any of you again until all of you can take on 2 shogunate samurai at a time.
That's actually such a sick way of putting it.
Thank you, Your Excellency.
All right, dismissed. Go and report to General Goro. And remember, there can be no more insubordination. And if there is, there will be no more leniency from me, whatever reasons you may have.
Wow.
Yes, ma'am. From now on, we will focus on our training. Thank you for this opportunity, Your Excellency. We'll report to General Goro right away.
I think that's finally everything in hand. I can feel my energy levels starting to drop. Meet you back at the hideout for some rest?
Heck yeah. Yeah, no, I think she did the right thing here. She's actually very strategic in almost everything she does, and I think they did another strategic way of looking at this again. Like, they made her, once again, kind of have, like, a, revelation where she can use... Like, everything she's done, she's used everything to her advantage in a very peaceful and sweet way. Oh, she's here. By Sealy. So I was saying to him, that, you know, you chased me down, Kokomi, and he didn't even. Oh, here he comes. Here, we stop talking about him. I'll leave you to the talk.
Thank you for everything. With your help, peace has been restored on Watatsumi Island once more.
I love we're still talking about the energy levels.
Recovering. Slowly, but surely. I should be raring to go before too long. Today was a reminder that I don't cope well in situations with lots of people. I've improved, but I still get nervous when more than a handful of people are involved.
You have to believe in yourself.
I think I might get Goro to handle the negotiations next time.
You did an admirable job. Admirable job.
Think so? To be honest, I'm still a long way off what's expected of a divine priestess.
I think what's beautiful about this is that people don't want you to be the divine priestess. What I think is what they want you to be is Kokomi, if that makes sense.
In the past, I was concerned only with winning the war, restoring peace, and making sure everyone could live a happy life. But I realized now that wasn't going far enough. People have all kinds of aspirations, and just as many measures of happiness. I have a long way to go, but that's okay. If I can't make the journey in one giant leap, I'll just have to settle for taking it one small step
The
at a
writing in
time.
this game, you could put this on any of your goddamn Twitter profiles. It's so beautiful.
In short,
You know what I mean? They're so inspirational and they're things you can quote forever.
Could you stay here on Watatsumi Island? To keep me company for a while longer?
Forever. Let's go. I'll stay here forever. Well, that's it. Okay, great. Really great story quest. Again, showing us the opposite side of what's happening and why their feelings too. And I think it's so important to do that sometimes. Beautiful time. Absolutely beautiful time with Kokomi here. Beautiful location. We're not finished, obviously. The next time we're going through this game, obviously this is my last recording of the week. I usually I record everything from, and just, you know, behind the curtain. Monday,
Time to act.
Wednesday, Thursday, Friday is when I record Genshin. And this is my last recording for the week. So I do want to thank you all for all your support. I do want to thank you all for all the jokes, all the fun, everything like that. I think sometimes I talk about all the time how, like, you know, and sometimes I will talk about, like, oh, some people said this, and, like, maybe it's a more negative stance on things, because, like, you know, it's hard not to focus on negative things sometimes, but what I have to always realize is that I have the best audience in the world. I really do. And we're going to do this world quest next time. We're also going to do the other world quest. We're going to figure out all the stuff we're going to be doing this thing. I'm going to be leveling up characters in between this as well. Should we go for a wish before we go? I mean, we could do one wish. We don't have any other fates, do we? No, we can do one wish. We could try for Altheum as well. Go back and forth. Yeah, let's do one of the Altheum. I was looking for that, actually. The Raven Bow. Thank God I got it. I was actually really looking for it. Guys, that's going to do it for this episode. That's going to do it for this. This was such an important time, and I feel like these past two story quests we did were so important in general.
Might we add a small detour to our adventure?
Always. And I want to thank the Never Competed Baby Gangsters here on Patreon who have always supported me through everything. And all the patrons who have supported me. You can see on the screen right now, you get your name on the screen and in the credits as well. Ty Fire 2, Jamie Bull, Janet Banana, Normal Carrot, The Ghost of Inazuma, Felicious Felix, George Candelaria, Eskun, Yule, Radish, Fruity, Death Trap, Anusta, Ciabatta Bread, and Malcolm Kunde. And I will see you guys. Wait, hold on a second. We have to collect our commissions. Let's end on that. Let's end on the commissions. Is this where we have to? Oh yeah, we can get there from here as well. Is it here? It's way quicker to go here.
Time to act.
because I can't forget this because we still have to collect so many keys as well. And then also we got to collect our dispatchers. You can see I'm collecting money now just in case, but I haven't spent money in a while, so we should have quite a bit. I don't think we have enough to claim a key yet. We don't. We will do one more commissions. So the next story quest we're doing then is Ito is the next one we're doing. So that will probably be Friday next week, I'd say. Maybe around then, who knows? Yeah. We're going to be doing all these story quests. I'm even going to be doing this story. In fact, we're going to start off by doing the Nouvellette story quest first. I think is what we're going to do first. Yeah, I know. I'm joking. And I will see you guys very, very soon. Bye-bye. I appreciate you.